Have you had experiences, and how do you deal with situations where you have to monitor and ensure that what you've designed and specified is actually being procured and fulfilled?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I would say like on the FF&E side, maybe something that will be a little different than residential is that at least how I like to do projects is I'd say a good 80% of it is custom.
Mm,
So, we want every project to be as unique as possible and associated to that brand as much as possible. So, because it's custom, we go through a lot of prototyping, of that kind of process. And so because of that, that helps us ensure that we're, meeting the expectations that they've been given and what's been approved. And then for the materials, it's really just making sure you're, obviously communicating with the contractor, but you're there with them every step of the way, because it can be a little bit like babysitting at times, but it's really you doing your homework, and making sure things don't get switched out at last minute, or the contractor might be offering the client like something that's a little bit more inexpensive, but it might not be the quality and the warranty, or different aspects of it. So it's really you doing your due diligence throughout. So I think that just speaks of you as a designer, because some people might not put as much effort into it.
right. Yeah, you can't just walk away from that spec packet. There's got to be some policing involved, no matter what level of design you're working on, to ensure that it comes together as envisioned. And I'm glad that you brought up custom, because we talk about customization a lot. Actually, we should probably talk about it more for that reason. The reason that you just mentioned, if you
Mhm.
go custom, it gives you control because you're working with vendors and suppliers and producers. You're making prototypes, and by the time you present that for approval, it's like, okay, you approve it, and these are the people that made it. So you pretty much have to go through them. It really limits their ability to shop around for that, because you're not just bringing the design component to the table, but you're also bringing the manufacturer or the vendor to the table as well.
Yeah, and I think also too, kind of consolidating how many vendors you bring in, especially on something this large of a project,
Yeah.
I think is so important, because you're assuring better quality, the client's trust, a better outcome overall.
How exciting. Now that I'm thinking about all the different finishes, and just, from flooring to wall surfaces to, backlit this and all types of
Mhm.
things. What was the favorite space that you've designed, either, personally or as part of a team?
Um, I obviously just always like to design more of the higher end spaces.
Yeah.
I would say, I don't know, I really enjoyed working on, there was like a director's lounge that we worked on once. It was kind of, you know, um, a club for the owners, but within that there was like their own little speakeasy lounge. So to me, that was just like a really fun experience, because again, it's something people wouldn't expect in a stadium.
Right, right, and it sounds like a cool, like, I don't know, I have this vision in my mind of, like, these secret spaces, like you said, like a speakeasy, spaces that not everyone has the opportunity to see. In fact, spaces that very few